Ladies and gentlemen, from 14th of May this year to 1st of June next year, 2026, Jupiter will be transiting in the sign of Gemini. We have already seen the videos in this channel for moon sign and also for the ascendant. So, in case you have not watched them, then please do watch. You'll find the links down in the description section. Now, this transit is a very important transit because it's the transit of Jupiter. And Jupiter, oh my God, if you just start counting the number of houses which Jupiter represents, you'll be overwhelmed. Let's start. Guru is the Karak for the second house, is the house of family. Then fifth house is the house of children. Then seventh house, especially for a woman, because Jupiter is the husband. Then we have the ninth house because Jupiter is the guru. Then we have the 11th house, fulfillment of desire, and some also say 10th house. Okay, because Jupiter deals with awards, recognition, and all this. So you count like 2, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11. My God, 6 houses. Now, of course, these houses have other karakas also, like the 10th house has Mercury, then Saturn, then the Sun, of course, and ninth house also has Sun as the karak for the father. But just imagine one planet controlling half the chart. Yes, there are 12 houses, and when you say one planet is the karaka for 6 houses, it means it is somehow directly or indirectly impacting half of your life. Can you just believe how important this planet is? Just think of it for a moment. If you mathematically try to calculate, now you may say, oh yeah, there are multiple karakas, so you do that, you sum up and you give percentages. It will come to 30% around. So imagine, if not 50, then at least one third. So it's like there are 9 planets, but this one planet is impacting such a huge part of your life, at minimum 33%. So what does this mean? This means Jupiter's transit is very, very, very important, because when Jupiter transits to a new sign, what happens is you get a chance to rediscover yourself in all these areas of your life. For example, you get a chance to rediscover yourself in your family, then with your children, then with your spouse, then with your gurus, then with your friend circle, your fulfillment of desire, and of course, 10th house, your career, your vision. So that means, imagine, just think like this, the Karaka for the 11th house, which is, hopes, wishes, fulfillment of desires, aspirations, that is now transiting into a different sign. So now suddenly you are having new hopes. Yes, that's it. You're getting new desires. You are having a new vision in life. It's happening every year. You may not realize it, but it's happening. So, therefore, when Jupiter is transiting, or rather is about to transit in the now less than 2 weeks are remaining for this transit. So you need to understand that now I can gift myself a divine vision. Now, what kind of a vision is it? Well, it's a vision related to Gemini. Now, what is Gemini? Gemini is the original third sign, right? The Gemini, the zodiac sign itself represents two people. Gemini is always two. But what is Gemini? Why are there two? Why not one or three? Because it's communication. And what is one of the fundamental elements of communication? There has to be minimum two people. But it's not just, two people. It also means one has to speak and the other has to listen. Like the way you are doing now. I'm speaking and you are listening, unfortunately. Just joking. And when you write in your comments, then you are speaking and I only get to listen. All right. So now you need to understand the signs give us so many traits about, our how our behavior should be, how our activity should be. They give so many clues, right? So that's interesting. So therefore, Gemini represents your ability to share things in life, share things that you already have, that you already own. All right. So therefore, Gemini is a very important sign because it makes you valuable. Not because inherently you are valuable or you are not valuable, but because now you become a source of inspiration and wisdom for others. Imagine if Gemini was not there, there was no scope of communication, talk, or anything. It's like, just it's just there, and it's there to you. Okay, but now Jupiter will transit Gemini, which means, see, Jupiter is all auspiciousness. It's the karaka for expansion. So now you will get a desire to share more. So when Saturn transited the sign of Pisces this year, even before that, I made a video where I said a lot of people will want to leave their jobs and become self-employed. So therefore, now to do that, you will have to have your own voice. Therefore, this is the perfect time. So when I say self-employed, I mean do something of your own. Like you could enter into a service-based industry, offer your skills to people, have your own website, do something in social media. Now, yes, when I say all these things, many people don't like it. They will blast me in the comments. They'll say, "Oh, are you saying nobody's gonna have a job? Who will do all the job?" Well, there will be no jobs because AI is eating up. But that is not the only reason. That is only the surface. There are many reasons. Like most of the people that I know, they are unwilling to hire the Gen Zs. Yes, they are unwilling because they say, like Gen Z, they are very lazy, they don't want to work, they are like confused, they always want to find their passion and all this. Now, I'm not spreading hate against, Gen Zs, or I'm not praising, like boomers or millennials. I'm not doing that, but I'm saying there are multiple reasons because of which this is happening. Okay. So, therefore, now if you are looking to if you are looking to go to the next level, you will have to grow through social media. See, I will give you another prediction which I have already made before, but gradually what would happen, you will see this in the next 2 to 3 years. Even to get a job, should I repeat, even to get a job in your sector, there will be a requirement like, okay, you want this job, but you can only apply for this. I'm not saying to get a job, to even apply for the interview for that particular job, you will need a fan following or you will need some amount of followers. Now, it could be, for example, for beginner jobs, you need like 10,000 followers or maybe 1,000 followers, maybe 500, maybe 5,000, whatever it could be, depends on the resources, depends on the company, depends on the roles and responsibilities of the job, and depends on you also, how you behave during the process, right? But you need to understand that this is a situation where you may not just get jobs by using your resume. Of course, in your resume, if you have some social media following, then that has to be mentioned. But your social media accounts, they will be like your living resume. So therefore, if you have not started creating content or writing like articles, LinkedIn, or making videos, whatever it is. As much as you may hate me for saying this, you will regret in the future. You will regret it. And I don't care which industry you are. Oh, you are IT, you are doctor, you are this, you are that. Nothing matters. Okay. Now, of course, I'm not saying you have to become a full-time YouTuber. That's not what I'm telling. But start sharing something, start displaying your skills and knowledge. That will become non-negotiable. So if you are not doing this, then you are setting yourself up for difficulty, because you're the next door to you, that person may be doing it. Okay. But nonetheless, you need to understand that now, because Jupiter is transiting, so you will have divine inspiration to share it by default. So therefore, do something. And it can be applicable to anything. Like, for example, it's applicable everywhere. Even if you are a student, you are like 15, 16, 17, whatever you are. Then share information. Share what you have learned today. Share it with people. Give some value to others. Because when you do this, then you will naturally become more attractive. Attractive not in a sexual way, but attractive because you are providing value, right? So therefore, when you do this, then what will happen is all these houses which has Jupiter as the Karak, they will improve, and they will be like, yes, you will be able to see different perspective of yourself regarding those houses. Like, for example, you are sharing content, maybe you meet somebody who is also sharing content, and you capitalize and you do something together. So that's like your 10th house has become activated. Or you go to some networking event, your 11th house is active. Or you meet somebody online and you get married. Okay, so, or you learn something about child behavior. So, 5th house, family, wealth, everything is under Jupiter. Anything good that you see in this world is under this one planet, Jupiter, and Venus, of course. But today we are talking of Jupiter. So, please understand that if you want to utilize this particular transit, then the most important thing that you need to do is you have to share information with others. And when I say information, I don't mean news, okay? Information about yourself. So it could be very simple. Let me break it down to you, not like, some futuristic stuff. It could be something very simple. It could be, like one reel which you make for 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You share one reel every week, one reel every Saturday or Sunday, where you are sharing about your life, your journey and all this. Okay. So two things you need to do. You need to share your information and skills, and you need to share your personal journey, because Jupiter shows personal connect. It is Jeev Tattva. So therefore, if you are divinely inspired, if you have something to share, then please do it. If you don't have anything to share, if you feel you are introvert or you don't like to share, then write something. Write a small book. Yes, that could be a good start for you. I'm not saying you have to take a mic and keep shouting everywhere. Okay. So therefore, please utilize this period, because you will be. Should I say this? Why not? You will be forced to do this one day if you don't do it now. All right. So, as much as I would love to say otherwise, but this is reality, sir, madam. Please do something. Okay. And of course, the more you do, the more you realize, the less you know. And the more you realize that the less you know, the more you become humble. And the more you become humble, the more you will be able to become spiritual. All right. So this is not just materialistic, come to social media, do this, do that. The more you know about things, the more you will know, like how much more is remaining to know. So that will elevate your consciousness. All right. So therefore, please please do it. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy if I've offended some of you. I love to do it always. You can take out your anger and spill poison in the comments. I'm okay with it. No problem. But as your well wisher and your friend, it's my duty to inform you and warn you about what is best for you. All right. So take care and yes. If you are offended, then please be offended. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Gopal.